This July the 12th, 13th. July the 13th, we're in front of Mimi's apartment.
The hour, it's showing 10:57 on here. It's actually 8:57 here. That's
Yeah.
Right, it's just about 9 o'clock in the morning in front of Mimi's house in Portland, Oregon. You're looking at her pretty flowers. I have no idea what that is.
I don't either.
Hollyhock.
And I think a little bird dropped
It
seeds or that. That's how it got it. I was hoping you could meet Steve,
Who's Steve?
the man that has the apartment house right there on the corner.
Okay. He the one from Hawaii or?
Uh-huh, yeah. He's really a likable somebody. He and Daddy.
Who's the Hawaii kid? Go to Johnny's store. Take a picture where I got burned. And Brian, that's going to be peanut butter and jelly. They're going to play.
give a little narration.
Huh?
Give a little narration here.
Oh, this is where Dean, this is the tattoo parlor that our nephew Dean owns.
Give us a narration.
Here we are at Mount Hood on July the 13th, and it's cold. Or cool. Cool. But it's a beautiful day. That's Mount Adams in the distance, way over in Washington State. We just went through Hood Valley and bought some cherries, and they was so good. We're waiting to get ready to go on our cruise. It's Friday morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. No, maybe 5:30. Here's our luggage.
We're taking the whole house with us.
And I'm trying to get into the bathroom so we can go. The cab will be here in about a half an hour. Of course, I've been up since 3. I'm excited. Still, we went out to dinner last night with Johnny and Charlotte and Billy, Jane, and Dean. And I had a vegetarian ravioli with wild mushrooms. It was good.
We've agreed to buy another one of our representatives who will direct you as to where you need to go. Before you're there, you will need your ship's tickets, one form of photo identification, and there should be a questionnaire inside your booklet, just a little immigration ticket.
This is Vancouver, British Columbia. We are riding on our bus to the tour ship, and we think we might be close to downtown. This is our room aboard the Regency Star. I'll show it to you before we get it really messed up. Ready? This is ours and this is yours, I guess. Well, can't remember what I'm two, but one of them's yours. Anyway, let's see. I think these must be from our
Travel agent.
travel agent. Oh. Because she said, oh, I put two in. And, thank you. Yeah. Ooh. You can travel. That's nice. There's the massage thing.
This will ensure that the Boston user
Let's go eat. Go eat.
which includes mail fare,
we've been out a couple hours and we're on our way to Alaska, but it's very, very windy. It's about 7:30 in the evening right now.
That's good. My wife, I said, boy, if you're not careful, you can really go through the film.
Awful expensive to try and come back and do it again.
I think we're here.
We're here in Ketchikan, Alaska, and it's a beautiful rainy day.
Still so rainy though. Not yet.
Not compared to
Of course,
Portland,
it
huh?
rains about 3/4 of the year.
155 inches of rain a year.
155 inches of rain a year, so, you know.
Want all of you in the picture?
No, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Good, thank you. Appreciate
I
it.
hope that turned out all right.
Yes, sir, I'm sure it did. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll be right with you. Yeah, we can.
Look at this one.
What is this, Carolyn Creek Street? Okay, and the temperature's what, 59 degrees,
This is the,
and the liquid sun is coming down.
And we're gonna go, I don't know when you're doing anything.
Keep talking, I'm doing.
And we're gonna go see Dolly's house.
Person that thinks the worst.
I was trying not to think about
This
that.
is kind of like the
But it sure
orange
beats the
thing,
stairs.
isn't it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Huh?
Can I walk up and down them?
They were closed. Well, that's okay with me. I
Can you
live in
imagine climbing this one? I don't think I'd want to. You can imagine, yeah.
I can imagine.
What?
Well, are there any questions while we're waiting for the rest of the bus to come? Thanks, what is it? then I'm going to be teaching you guys some Tlingit. And then we'll answer any questions you guys have.
And up here on the blue, leading down to part of the Aleutian Chains, is the Eskimo language. And further down to the Aleutian Chains in this green is the Ali language. Inside the purple and pinkish area, here is the Athabascan language. There's 12 different languages in the Athabascan language, and that's the most languages in all of Alaska. And I'm sure some of you guys might have heard of the Navajo and Apache tribes.
Yes.
Well, the Athabascan language is very similar to it. And down here in this purplish area is the Haida language. And over here in the green, which goes further out to Canada, is the Tsimshian language. This brown area right here is the Tlingit language. And the Tlingit language has 40 different characters in its language, and 24 of them, approximately, are shared with the English language. And Tlingit language is one of the hardest languages nowadays to learn in all of the world. And you guys like learning Tlingit?
Alright, well, you guys sure you guys want to learn some Tlingit? Alright, well, I'm going to have to teach you any because you're going to be tested inside. So, okay, Yake Sutut. Okay, well, let's just have the ramp try it this time and see if they can get a little bit louder. I didn't hear very many people. Yake Sutut. Oh, you guys got to give them a hand for that one.
How did she tell her?
First thing I'd like to do is ask you a question in Tlingit, and let's see if you can answer me. Wasayeti. The correct response I'm looking for is Clay Wasa, and I only got it right here in the front. And I would like to try to get it as a group on the next try so we don't have to repeat it as many times as we can to get it down. Real good. I try to do that so I can get everybody to pronounce the word on the first or second time, so we don't have to repeat it all morning long here, or afternoon. Sorry about that. What's your back?
I'd like to welcome you to Saxford. My name's Albert. I'm going to be telling you a story called The Boy Who Fed the Eagles, but before I do, I'll tell you a little bit about what's on the screen. Okay, there's two main moieties throughout southeastern Alaska, for the Tlingits, the Haidas, and the Tsimshians, and that's the eagle and the raven. The way you can tell the difference between the two is the eagle has a small head with a short curved beak, and the raven being totally opposite, having a much larger head with a much longer and straighter beak. Okay, a very long time ago, one of the clans here in Saxford lived in a village about 70 miles south of here. This is where our Tlingit people got their vast supply of food. Living in this village is a young man who did nothing to help put up food for the winter. Instead, he'd spear salmon and take them to the reef for the eagles. He continued to do this each day, though his relatives scolded him, and his whole wife pitied him and gave him food when no one was looking. She continued to do this each day during the winter months until spring, when it was time for the people to move to the Nass to fish for wooligan. When the canoes were ready to leave, no one would fed them all kinds of food. Yet he ordered them not to take any food with them, but to tell the chief, his uncle, that they were still alive. However, before the slave woman left, she managed to hide a piece of seal feather underneath her blanket. The two then set back out for the Nass.
My mornings of the eagle, my planners of the seal. I'd like to wish you guys a safe journey. I hope you enjoy the rest of the tour. Thank for coming. Thank you.
Some red cedar, except for our yellow cedar stepping blocks are on the lower levels, and the two large Cypress spruce roof support beams. Each beam runs the length of the building, and they weigh approximately 2.5 tons each. This is a Beaver tribal house, and the way you can tell that is the large screen behind me, our 4 house posts, and then the large screen on the outside, which you see on your way down into the park. Now, the way you tell it's a beaver, by its crosshatched tail and its two front teeth. And also, sometimes the beaver have a stick in its mouth or in its hand. Now, if you look at these two house posts, you know that they are the same. Cut us out.
You know, I was told that you folks were really practicing. I guess my English is better than your Tlingit, huh? Okay, well, I want you to know something. Is that we're going to be putting people at each door where you leave today, and if you can properly respond, introduction of each individual. Go.
They got it.
Now, for those of you who sat back and waited for somebody else, you can clap your hands to the beat of the drum, okay?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
You guys want to, there's a book available that has all the stories on it, called The Wolf and the Raven.
Yeah, they just pointed out to us.
Oh, okay, I don't know if they have it. They have it here?
Uh-huh.
I know they sell it in town at the grocery store. Small dogs. Probably more than
Probably,
yours.
yeah, it's probably like double.
Yeah.
Carving Center was built in 1989 for the purpose of providing a place for local carvers to work. Working in here now, right behind you, is Nathan Jackson. He's working on a 30-foot canoe. Right now, he's in the process of hollowing it out. Assisting him with this, there's a couple dozen pegs put in some holes. And so when he was hollowing the canoe out, he came to the end of those pegs, and he knew when to stop, so he didn't make the hole too thin. And pretty soon, he'll be putting it outside the shed here. He'll be putting about 1.5 foot of left on this, and it'll be done. This is going down to Indianapolis. The three most commonly used woods in carving are the red cedar, the yellow cedar, and the red alder. The wood used for larger projects such as totem poles and canoes is the western red styles of work. The ship adze is a commercial tool and is used for taking a lot of wood off quickly. The lip adze is employed in roughing out the larger shapes. Different shaped blades have various purposes. The flat blade works best as a finishing tool and produces a very smooth surface, which sometimes gives the appearance of them been sanded. Each carver produces a different texture or pattern. Some carvers' work can be recognized by this. All
right. 3:30 all aboard. 3:30? Wow.
Okay. Okay, folks, this carver right here is Chris Jackson. He's working on an eagle bear pole. Okay, folks, you want to gather on this way.
Breakfast on Monday morning. Are you taking? I never know.
Yes, it's taping.
Breakfast on Monday morning on the Regent Star. See, and if we don't even meet Ronnie, he gets in at 5, and we might be in a shop and might not care. We'll just meet him at 6, and we'll hear something.
Looking for you.
Sky Princess.
Uh-huh. Sky Princess.
Uh-huh.
See the glacier over there?
Yeah. Taking pictures. I've been looking for you.
I've been standing up there talking with the geologist.
Oh, okay.
Or listening to him, asking a couple.
I went in there. I saw maybe There's Ronnie in front of his first glacier, wherever the glacier is. There's the glacier.
You see it?
Yeah. There's the glacier, Ronnie, his first glacier of the season.
What?
There's the Sky Princess. It's passing us by. It's a little bit faster than us and a whole lot bigger. There's Ronnie looking at the Sky Princess.
That's the Sky Princess. Uh-huh. Bridge deck.
Here we are on Monday, July the 17th or 18th or something like that. And it is 63 degrees and we're just about an hour out of Juneau. Are you doing it?
Yes.
Okay. And isn't this just like a picture postcard?
You might mention that all the times are in daylight savings time, central daylight time,
Oh.
that are showing on the screen.
Oh, well, why didn't you change that? It is 1:45 in Alaskan time, whatever. The screen shows 3 hours later because it is at home, but it's not here. It's beautiful. It rained yesterday in Ketchikan, but oh, we're going to have such a pretty day.
63 degrees today.
I've already told
right
you that.
now.
We're coming in late today because we had terrible fog last night. In fact, they had to stop the engines and we just sat there for a while because they couldn't see a thing. And the horns honked all night long. What? Anyway, back again before he stopped me. We turned off the engines last night and just sat there for a while because the fog was so bad about 1 o'clock in the morning. And the horns honked all night long. But we didn't hear them because we were sleeping. But anyway, it was really foggy last night. But it's a beautiful, clear day in Alaska today. We've passed.
No, I've got it running.
Oh, we've passed the glacier. We haven't seen any animals yet much. I'm really still looking for my puppy.
Bald eagle's all I've seen.
You have seen a bald eagle?
Yes.
I haven't seen a bald eagle.
Yes.
I missed the bald eagle. We're meeting a lot of nice people here.
Is that it?
And then all of a sudden, Friday. I had an apple.
There was the Rotterdam and the Staten Dam and the whole bunch of dams.
That's the Sky Princess.
Yeah, the Lord Dam. Yeah, I think there was a Lord Dam. There probably still is a Staten Dam too, I understand. One of their new ships is named Staten Dam. Just count the decks on that baby. 30 over there.
Please contact the shore excursion office at this time. Thank you.
Who is that person right next to me? Oh, with their French outfit on.
Shock to go to Seattle and see all those funny things. One of the smallest streets in Juneau is at the end of this purple marquee on our right. It's called Decker Way. You look to your right going up the staircase. That's one of the smallest roads. Kind of difficulty in the area off to our left was tide front. The tide would come up under these buildings on our right. They were all on piling. That was the same way my house was when I was a kid at Ketchikan. And in the fall of the year, when all the trees would fall into the bay and the high tides and the winds would come with the winter season, we would wake up in the middle of the night. The house would just be shuddering with logs hitting the piling. So we'd have to get up and put our winter clothes on and go out with these long poles and push the logs away from the exterior of the house. It was quite a good learning experience. In Alaska, Ketchikan is the fourth. The population of Juneau is 29,078 people, and we have well over 3,000 cars registered to Juneauites. Most of the folks do live in the valley area. This is downtown. It's very congested, and there's nowhere to build new houses, so most of the folks do live in the valley area. It's about 10 miles away from here. The silver building we see up the hill and on our right with the red stripes around it is called the Spam Can. And as we get up to the intersection, we can look up the hill. And on our right off the street from that, on the uphill side, is our Capitol building. It's one of 9 Capitol buildings throughout the United States that does not have a dome on the top. Look beside the street trying to watch the thunder and lightning because it's so rare to have it here. We have that they could identify their children but refuse to do so. The water on our right side is Twin Lakes. It's a freshwater lake that the state does stock each year with salmon, and there's a senior citizen young child salmon derby once a year. The entire bank area is wheelchair accessible. The mountain range we see in the distance with the snow on it is the Chilkoot mountain range. It is out of Ames, Alaska. It is so calm today. You folks are going to have a wonderful ride on Temsco. When I was born and raised in Ketchikan, right across the street.
if I
It's
go.
a mile high city.
Guess you could go to India or Pakistan and get up to 14, 15. I guess we have that here too. Even the Fairweather Mountain Range, which is just 100 miles up, they go to above 15.
That one's receding too. You can see it up here.
Yeah, those are called. No. This is a while ago. This was before I was here. But, yeah, those pots are called sun pots. It's from the sun beating on it. You'll get all sorts of. If you walked around out there, just. I pulled the camera bag out if you want it. I just set it there if you want it. This is one of the holes I told my group. Seth probably didn't know about this, but this is called a moulin, is what you're going to see here. It's a French word for mill. The water's milled its way into the glacier, and the water that you're seeing is just meltwater from the glacier. We'll lose up to an inch and a half of ice a day in the summertime. And that's what elevates, for example, the moraine that you see along here. That's why it's raised up so high. All those rocks and dirt have insulated the ice underneath it. Everything out here melts down. Okay? It changes real rapidly out here in the summer. It's kind of fun for the pilots because we get to see it throughout the 6-month season. This moulin that we're about to see started out relatively small, about the size of a Volkswagen. You'll see now that you could just about
It was kind of inlaid oval, black ovals, and it had a big round oval shape. That's mine. That has two of them. Well, they were also pretty. They were also pretty. I like that too, and I really like the business. They changed the late we had we were somewhere else. Let me read my book. Honey, I'm gonna run in here and get a t-shirt for Ryan.
Okay. Real good, sure was.
I did the flight, and he did the helicopter.
Yeah.
I was in the airplane. I mean well, look at her. She's after the first 15 minutes, I was kind of, didn't want to lean because I was afraid there was just me and another man from the ship, and I think the other people might have been on the Sky Princess. I don't know where they were from.
Ours were somewhat.
But it was real fun, and he just flew us. Man, too cold. Because that first glacier we saw when we came in, it took off over there, and there's just tons of them back there. And did you do anything by air?
No, not by air, no.
They're really interesting. They're not smooth at all.
Carolyn?
The store has pins for 96 cents.
Great.
You can get the Chinook Trail, the Skagway Train.
Skagway Train.
Grimshaw knives for $9.99.
Look at that.
ID6. And Dawson is in the Yukon Territory of Canada, and it's well over 600 miles from Skagway. So you go up and over the pass and down the mighty Yukon River. Now there is no gold found in the Skagway Valley. And the pipeline that you see on the left-hand side here actually parallels the railroad. And it's a 4-inch pipeline put in during World War II.
That's quite short.
Yeah, me too. I'm ready to do that.
I know, but I just wondered where that engine was. He went down this, how did they get that engine down here?
How do you get it down there?
Yeah. I should the train.
You see him?
No, I didn't see him go by that way. Oh.
He's going down there looking at
This is it, 28. Yeah, it's the primary route from Skagway to the Goldfield. It's a trail of 98.
Okay, glad I got a chance to go through every car and at least say hello and see who I'm talking to Columbia. And that's where the Canadian Customs are, and that's also where the tracks meet the Klondike Highway. And then we have another train that goes 20 miles past where we were off, and they bury their goods or hide it somehow. Another stampeder would take their goods, go back, get 65 pounds more, they go back and forth 5 miles away. They've made at least 30 trips that hike 2,500 miles. It takes them 3 months just to get to Lake Bennett. Now the people that really made money off of that gold rush were packers that would pack for these stampeders, or people that own saloons or stores or cafes.
Lost their lives.
She said Inspiration Point.
This is Inspiration Point. See the cruise ships way in the far distance. See all the way down into the harbor. About 18 miles.
Oh, it's not easy to hold these things still.
An awesome view.
down there.
Out here, look, if you go through the racks down.
Okay, let's keep our eyes out on the High Line up there because that train that is up at the summit is coming down soon. So keep your eyes out over there.
Right over there.
Okay, the Big Four Falls. They were painting this onto Alaska if you can, and what they did was they felled trees and did on there. They did not want to destroy that.
No?
Picture of us, they're
No.
And we don't have a dentist, so people do their dental work in Juneau or Haines and maybe Blythe. And we don't even have a veterinarian anymore. We used to have a vet. We don't even have a vet now. So you have to fly your pet down to Juneau. This year they had a very large graduating class. 11. They had 11 graduating seniors. My dad graduated 42 and had 7. It has not changed that much. And Skagway does have a newspaper called the Skagway News, and that comes out, well, actually, I think it comes out whenever we have enough news, which is about every 2 weeks. And there's something in the back of it called the Police Blotter. If you get a chance to pick one of these up today, do it. They're 85 cents. One radio station broadcasts out of Haines, Alaska, and one TV station. Now we have a gift shop also that's located right in our t-shirts, train whistles. It's got a wonderful 30-minute video from the train trip from Skagway to Lake Bennett. That's located right in our depot. Now, if anybody's interested in a walk today, there's a lovely little walk. It's right off of First Avenue.
I didn't see that. Oh.
Wasn't it scary? We're trying like a side of a mountain. Yeah, it looked like
Ships, back
Yep.
ships.
Follow Carolyn.
Yeah, I know.
They'll,
Told you to shoot those off.
Fish dip. Except for the kids, I'm good for me. My friend's backpacks.
Hi, buddy.
Fun? Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I spent a lot of time at German. I was expecting this to be an excellent down
I don't mean that really.
Oh, excuse me.
Wollte ich jetzt gesehen, das habe ich Ihnen sagen. Ja, das ist alles gekauft, oder?
You can sometime if you want to.
If I go to sleep, just leave me here. No, we're not gonna let you push your sea otters. Want to see a puppet. Puppet and a bird. I don't think I want people trying to put in
essentially the route we're going to be following. Earlier to the Forest Service having a lot of cabins for the public. Well, there's a bald eagle over there on that rock at about 10 o'clock. And as I said, we're going to see lots of these, so don't feel this is your last chance of seeing a bald eagle. Now the Forest Service, this is one of the first of the Forest Service cabins. This is about 15 miles away from town. And this Forest Service cabin was donated to the Forest Service after a small boy died fishing, and his parents donated the cabin to the Forest Service. So this is called the Brent Beach Cabin. It has a mooring buoy there, and you can just see the green tin roof sort of recessed at about 10 o'clock next to that red, whatever that red thing is on the beach picture. blows over it. And these are called the shaman's caves. And shaman in native cultures were medicine men. And especially, I know with the Tlinkits, this native group particularly chose the shaman because of their physical unusual appearance, where they might have had red hair, and for native coloring that's sort of unusual, or they might have been albinos or dwarves. Now, the natives were fearful of shamans post-mortem, or on top of the nest rather, growing at this angle. And maybe you'll see the little blackbird, or the eaglets flapping around if you're lucky. And it will take you a couple minutes to realize what you're looking at. So I'll go around and make sure that you get to see it.
You see where it is? You see the eagle up in that tree right there?
Oh, yes, you
It's
see.
that tree right below that big close to the nest.
I said they weigh.
See the black eaglet in there?
Yeah.
You can see the eaglet very clearly, but it's black or mottled brown. And it looks almost like a golden eagle.
There'd be no little fiber during the picture.
They take care of that.
Just to be insane. Well, I one guy.
Jimmy. This is already
Oh, we're lucky, aren't we?
Yeah. Last few chips is just going to
Speak.
I'm on the sea otter, and I don't know what day it is. It's probably about 35 degrees. And it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I think maybe it's Wednesday.
I can't hear you. Go.
What day is it?
Wednesday, isn't it?
I think it's Wednesday, July the 18th, or something around that.
And it's not 10 o'clock in the morning.
Huh?
It's not 10 o'clock.
What is it?
It's 8 o'clock.
Sorry, it's just 8 o'clock in the morning. Just made you kind of stand on your looking at us.
These female deer weigh about 80 pounds and the males weigh about 120, so they're very small. And I saw a fawn the other day. It looked like a bunny. It was so small.
Well, we'll pose for us.
Yeah.
Can you see him?
That's a Sitka black-tailed deer.
Did you see a little sea otter at 10 o'clock there?
See, one of them moved. I think
Harbor seals, right? Is that what you're saying? Harbor seals?
about 200 pounds, 6 feet long. Kind of gray and brown.
Give me the camera. Where's Kimmy at?
1 o'clock, a break in the water stressor. Showing it's back again.
You got it?
So it hasn't quite, you get it down? Showing you its tails, it's not dived down deeply. Okay. 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. It's gonna stop looking. So they're teasing us. They almost
Here. Changed his position.
Sneaky
Where he was.
How'd you get it?
Camera off.
No. Just have woo! There you go. Oh, you're thinking when he's going further out.
Okay.
Oh.
And the Centennial Building, which was built for the Centennial of Alaska in 1967, is where the Russian dancers is occurring, just starting right now.
Yeah. Yes, we are. Oh, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody,
I'd like to do it. I wish. This guy's videotaping the whole thing.
Carolyn?
Having a great time. Other regions. These are our new friends.
Nope. Chinese.
Ronnie, go take a picture of it. Oh, he's already done it.
Meals every day, divided between breakfast, lunch, dinner, and of course don't forget there's a midnight buffet like this one tonight. Those block of ice that you see all around this dime, when they came on board, they weighed approximately 300 pounds, between 250 to 300 pounds each. And when they came on board, they are a block of ice, and they are carved completely on board. Each one of those doesn't take very long. It takes between 15 to 25 minutes to create each one of those. What takes a little bit longer and a little larger. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, for all our guests who just came here, I would like to remind you that for the time being, we are open for picture taking only. We're going to remain open for the next 20 minutes. So I'm going to ask your cooperation. Please do not congregate by this line, do not congregate by the buffet. Take as many pictures as you like, but please, once you're done, before I start working for ships, it's been working through the best hotel and restaurant through Canada, like McDonald's. Wendy's. Okay, now the scallops are ready. It's gonna take off the scallop. It's gonna just put a little water. You have to add with water. It's a very good aperitif. Now it's putting fish stock. Oh yes. It's gonna put some fish stock in order to make it a little bit more tasty. It's very easy to make some fish stocks. Just go to your fish market, ask for some bones, skin or head, whatever you wanna put.
For Valdez, yeah. Yeah. I see several of those between there and there.
and it might be a good idea to come to the bow. We have a beautiful grill here in about 15 minutes time. It's a nice fresh 61 degrees up here. Fresh is the word. And I have Dr. Greg Wheeler up here with me. He's full of information regarding the glaciers and the area. And I'm going to hand.
Oh, good. I'll be telling you a little bit as we move in about the geology, but I thought perhaps you'd like to know a little history on the way in. Since you're in Prince William Sound, Prince William Sound was named by Captain James Cook, who came in here on one of his voyages. It's the same Cook that discovered the Sandwich Islands, you remember, that we later called the Hawaiian Islands. Sailed all over the Pacific for the British. Came up here along the Alaskan coastline and sailed into Prince William Sound and named it for the Prince of Wales. Once marked the end of the glacier, just about 20 years ago. It's receded very rapidly. And the moraine, just barely below the surface at low tide, prevents the icebergs from getting out. High tide will float over the smaller icebergs, but some of the large ones had to stay there until